Blues, the reactions to that VAR decision in our Bayern match are absolutely electric. Let's dive into what Chelsea Nation is saying about the tar challenge on Joao Pedro. Ref was too busy booking Maresca instead of looking at VAR. One fan's pointing out the madness here while our gaffer's getting carded on the touchline. The officials are completely missing what should have been a stone-cold red card review. I said at the time, when they just wouldn't show a single replay, that it would show a clear red card. I'm not even slightly surprised. The ref was falling for every dive, not booking Bayern players for blatant yellow card offences, and doing everything in his power to sway the match in their favour. When Bayern broke with one of their players down, the ref let play go on. As soon as we got the ball and were looking to break, he blew the fucking whistle. Absolute joke from minute one. Just one more to add to the long list of times we've been screwed by officials in the CL. Here's a supporter who saw it all unfold in real time. The lack of replays was telling, wasn't it? When they won't show you something repeatedly, you know there's controversy brewing. I've been a Chelsea fan for 20-something years now, and I pretty much know every season, 90% of the 50-5, 0 sometimes, even clear incidents, will be given against us. Our success has been a thorn in many people's eyes. 2 decades of supporting Chelsea, and this fan's noticed the pattern. There's definitely a feeling among Blues that we don't get the rub of the green when it matters most. It's a shitty resolution, but this looks like a punch. Clear as day, a red that would have changed the game. Hasn't Pedro been hit in the face divided by neck twice now unpunished? He might finally crash out at some point this season and lash out on someone's face like here, but this time he'll get a 4-match ban, plus community service, plus anger management. Deliberate push from Olise for no reason should have been his first yellow as well. That aggressiveness there was not warranted, and it was clearly aggression and personal. The ref was dumbass. Because it will look like a red card and they clearly didn't want to give us that. This cuts to the heart of it, doesn't it? Sometimes it feels like the decision's made before they even look at the incident properly. Why did we never get a good angle or even a decent replay of this? The lack of proper replays speaks volumes. When there's a clear incident involving potential serious foul play, supporters deserve to see what actually happened. Look, after seeing what you lot are saying about that Bayern Munich match, it's crystal clear, we're all on the same page here. The officiating was an absolute disgrace. The passion in your comments shows exactly why we love this club so much, and honestly, your anger is completely justified. Right then, Blues, let's dive straight into what's got everyone talking since our Champions League return to the Allianz Arena. The scoreline read 3-1 to Bayern Munich, but that's not what's dominating the conversation amongst Chelsea fans worldwide. It's that absolutely scandalous moment involving Jonathan Tah and our lad Joao Pedro that's got Enzo Maresca seeing red, and frankly, so should we all. Picture this. Cole Palmer's charging forward on what could have been a game-changing counter-attack. And what happens? Tah decides to take matters into his own hands with Pedro off the ball. We're talking about a clear, deliberate shove to the neck area that left our Brazilian striker flat on the deck. The referee, Jose Maria Sanchez Martinez, barely gave it a second glance and flashed yellow. Yellow! Can you believe it? Before we continue breaking down this absolute madness, make sure you're subscribed to our channel and hit that notification bell, because with decisions like these against Chelsea, you'll want to stay updated on every single controversial moment that affects our beloved Blues. We're building the strongest Chelsea community on YouTube, and your support means everything. Our gaffer, Maresca, was absolutely livid on the touchline, and rightly so. The Italian was so incensed by the decision that he ended up getting booked himself for his protests. But here's what makes this even more infuriating. Maresca revealed exactly what the referee told him afterwards. When questioned about why it wasn't a red card, the official claimed Tah's challenge wasn't hard or aggressive enough. That's when our manager delivered his 6-word verdict that's now echoing around Stamford Bridge. They need to see your blood? Brilliant from Maresca. Absolutely brilliant. He's asked the question every Chelsea fan is thinking. Just how violent does a challenge need to be before these referees start taking player safety seriously? Looking at the incident frame by frame, it's crystal clear that Tah had zero intention of playing the ball. This was purely about stopping Pedro by any means necessary, and the fact that it happened just as Palmer was bearing down on goal makes it even more cynical. Vincent Kompany tried defending his player afterwards, claiming Pedro was pulling Tar's shirt first, but that's completely missing the point. Even if there was shirt pulling, you don't respond by shoving someone in the neck area. What's particularly galling is how this decision potentially changed the entire complexion of the match. Yes, Parma still scored that absolute worldie to pull us back to 2-1, but imagine if Bayern had been down to 10 men at that crucial moment. With Tar off the pitch, we might have been looking at a completely different second half. The conspiracy theories are already flying among the Chelsea faithful, and honestly, can you blame them? Once again, we're on the wrong end of a questionable Champions League decision. It's becoming a pattern that's frankly impossible to ignore. From the lack of proper replays shown during the broadcast, to the referee's reluctance to even review it properly with VAR, everything about this incident stinks. Tar himself tried justifying it afterwards, claiming it would only be a red if he'd hit Pedro in the face. That's not how football works, mate. Intent to harm a player, regardless of where contact is made, should be punished accordingly. The fact that Kompany hauled him off at half-time suggests even Bayern's coaching staff knew he was walking a tightrope. What makes this even more frustrating is watching how Pedro has been targeted this season. Our supporters are spot on when they point out he's been on the receiving end of unpunished challenges repeatedly. There's a growing concern that officials are allowing opponents to rough him up without consequence, and that's simply not acceptable. The bottom line is this: Chelsea Football Club and our supporters deserve better from Champions League officiating. We're not asking for special treatment, we're asking for the rules to be applied fairly and consistently. When a player deliberately obstructs an opponent with no intention of playing the ball during a dangerous counter-attack, that's a textbook red card situation. Moving forward, this is exactly the kind of fighting spirit and protection of our players that we want to see from Maresca. He's shown he won't stand for officials treating Chelsea differently, and that's the mentality we need as we continue our Champions League campaign. What's your take on this controversy, Blues? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's keep this conversation going. Don't forget to like this video if you agree that Tar should have seen red, and we'll see you in the next one when we break down our upcoming fixtures and what this means for our European ambitions this season.